Welcome to the World Indoor Pursuit Run Championships. Run, compete, conquer. The World Indoor 800-meter team pursuit run. The indoor track gleamed under the bright lights of the arena, the faint hum of excited whispers filling the air. Today was no ordinary race. It was the team pursuit run, one of the most thrilling events in track and field, where the battle for victory was decided not just by speed but by strategy, precision, and unyielding teamwork. On the track, two teams stood at the starting points. On one side, Team Kenya, a team known for their explosive speed and fierce teamwork, prepared themselves for what would surely be the most intense race of their lives. On the other side, Team USA, with a reputation for being calculated and patient, stretched and strategized, ready to face their biggest rivals. Round 1. The sound of the starting pistol echoed through the building, snapping everyone to attention. The teams surged forward as one, their legs pumping in perfect harmony. The track, a glowing ribbon of polished wood beneath their feet, seemed to stretch endlessly in front of them. As they approached the first curve, each team's strategy unfolded as they quickly fell into their rhythm. Team Kenya took an early lead. The first round ended with Team Kenya just ahead, but only by a fraction of seconds. The race had only just begun, and both teams knew they had many more 3 rounds to go. Round 2, the strategy shifts. As the second round began, Team Kenya pushed hard, attempting to break away from their opponents. They were fast, but Team USA wasn't rattled. Instead, the USA strategy was patient, each runner taking steady, controlled strides, waiting for the right moment to accelerate. Halfway through the second round, the two teams were still locked together. Sweat glistened on their faces, but neither side showed signs of giving up. The roar of the crowd, silent in the stands, but building in their hearts, hung in the air. Then, at the 3/4 mark, Team USA made their move. With precision, they surged ahead, leaving Team Kenya momentarily behind. It was only by a few seconds, but it was enough to change the game. Team Kenya now had a choice: continue at their pace and risk losing, or push even harder to catch up. Round 3, the chase. Team Kenya, refusing to back down, decided to chase. They worked as a unit, pushing their legs to the limit. The sound of their feet hitting the track created a rhythmic pounding, almost like a heartbeat, steady, persistent, determined. By the start of the third round, Team Kenya was closing in. The gap was narrowing with every lap, their relentless pursuit of a testament to their grit. But Team USA wasn't worried. They knew they had built a lead, and they weren't about to let it slip away without a fight. Every runner kept their focus, their movements sharp and calculated. The tension in the arena grew thicker with every lap. The teams exchanged leads back and forth. One moment, Team Kenya had the upper hand, but the next, Team USA had surged ahead again. Every runner was pushing themselves to their limits, their faces contorted with determination. The battle between the two teams had become more than just about speed, it was about heart. Round 4, the final push. The final round arrived. It was now or never. The scoreboard above the track displayed the tightest race anyone had ever witnessed. Team USA was just a few seconds ahead, but Team Kenya was right on time, their sprint in full force. The crowd in the stands seemed to grow louder with every step, every breath. The noise was in the air, in the tension, in the quick, shallow breaths of the runners. It was as if the entire arena was holding its breath in anticipation. With less than 100 meters to go, Team Kenya surged forward with everything they had left. The pain in their legs and lungs no longer mattered. It was about the finish line. It was about glory. And then, in an exhilarating moment, Team Kenya closed the gap completely. They were on a tie with Team USA, who had been giving everything they had as well. The race had come down to this final stretch. With a final burst of energy, Team Kenya pushed ahead, crossing the line just a few seconds ahead of Team USA. Victory and respect. The sounds from the crowd shouting, Team Kenya, and both teams breathing heavily but smiling. Team Kenya had won, but both teams had given their all, showing the true spirit of the competition. They had pushed each other to their limits, and in the end, it wasn't just about who crossed the finish line first, it was about the respect they had earned from each other. The coach of Team Kenya, still panting from the effort, approached his team, Team Kenya and Team USA with a smile. "That was one of the hardest races I've ever seen," he said, his voice full of admiration. The Kenya team was joyful, "Thank you, coach. It was a tough race." Team USA nodded, "We'll get you next time. But today, you were the better team."